So it is already that time again to make our next space elevator part. And after months of planning, everything is prepared, and now it's time for things to get a little crazy. Hello everyone, I'm ImKibitz and welcome back to Satisfactory, where today we're making our next space elevator part. The magnetic field generator, one of the final 4 parts in the game. And this bad boy takes versatile frames, electromagnetic control rods, and batteries. Oh, so many batteries. But we've been working on this for a while now, and we have all the versatile framework done. And over the last little bit, we've been working towards getting the electromagnetic control rods complete. Then of course, the batteries. What about the batteries? Well, like I said, I've been planning this for months, and all of the batteries for this project are ready to go. When we're working on the last space elevator part, we built this massive aluminum factory and made 1,000 batteries per minute, which is a little crazy. That was only because half of them are going towards the next space elevator part. Anyway, with versatile frames and those batteries done, we just need to quickly throw together some highest speed connectors, and we have all the parts for them right over there. So we'll just use our blueprint, build up a bunch of manufacturers, and whip things together. Because once we have the highest speed connectors using this recipe, we'll throw them and the rest of the items around here into a bunch of assemblers to make another 50 electromagnetic control rods per minute. And we'll just be using the alternate here. Thanks to blueprints being just unbelievably helpful, all of the manufacturers are already built and producing the highest speed connectors and scooting over here to make our final part. And everything ends up going over towards this wall, up 1 floor to where the party's gonna start. Up in this massive box where we have to fit 50 manufacturers. But really, space isn't a problem. The problem I'm having is with the look of this base. So I have redesigned it again, and I don't know, dude, this isn't it either. You see, if we're gonna make 2 space elevator parts here, this place has to look phenomenal, which means I'm tearing it down and building it again. So I got rid of that like zigzaggy thing that's going on, and now it's just one big wall. Very imposing, very kind of plain, to be honest, but it's better than it was before. And also, we have to build a ton of manufacturers, right? And it'd be awesome if we could see them from the front. I'm not 100% sure how we're gonna go about it yet, but that's what we'll figure out now. And with these, there's a couple ways we can set them up. One way I'm kind of leaning towards right now is to have all of the manufacturers facing forward, and then we'll have all of the belt work on floors beneath. So I guess we'd probably have to have like a bigger gap here. But pretty much, we just have some space here, hook up all the items down there, and then we'll just stack this kind of design up, as far as we really want to go. So if we're just on the ground, we're just gonna be seeing these belts a lot. But I don't know, it could work out. And we could just lean into the belts thing. Like in my last playthrough, I had a super massive main base, and I had a beautiful centerpiece made out of manufacturers, where both of them were facing each other, and then all the belts came from either above or below. It's really weird, but generally speaking, it looked something like this. I don't know, that's a bad representation. Do I have a picture? Future Kibs, edit in a picture. There we go, see what I mean? That could look really awesome. You know what, I decided we're gonna go with that design. It makes for an amazing centerpiece. Keyword being centerpiece. You see, the design we have here for the front of the base makes it so there'd be 2 centerpieces, which makes them just pieces. Which makes me want to redo everything. And oh boy, did I come close. So close. But instead, we have a new redesign. So we wanted a centerpiece, we got a centerpiece. That's the new centerpiece. We'll fix the height of the tower, it'll look great. Now there's like all of this to figure out. And then this empty space. I don't know what we're gonna do. Oh gosh, you know what really bugs me the most though? This window. The top and the bottom window aren't the same height. Oh, but wait, maybe that's the best thing to happen to us ever. because the window on top is 2 blocks too high. And I am pretty sure that the screens are 2 blocks high. Or billboards, whatever you want to call them, and they are. You know what this means? This means we can have a super bright neon kind of stripe going across the entire billboard. Just gotta get rid of the image and the text. Super emission, super glossy. And then for the color, I guess since we're making pasta, we'll just make it turbo ultra blue. And if we do that to everything, visual warning, this will look pretty cool. Ah! Yeah, super bright neon strip. And that solves all of our problems. Oh yeah, but this is it. This is finally it. In fact, I'm so confident we're gonna start with the belt work. So the belt work is going to take forever, but it will look really cool. And we're gonna have to employ some tricks of the trade where you can't have a conveyor lift go super high, right? And we need kind of an infinite length conveyor lift. So what you can do is you can put down a conveyor lift floor hole, just really anywhere. And then if you build underneath it, you can just build there and look up, and that will connect to it no matter the distance. And there you go. So that trick, don't need to worry about conveyor lift heights. And then to make the waterfall pattern, we kind of have to make a gradual slope of belts going up. Or no, was it in the opposite direction? Man, it's been a long time. I think it was in the opposite direction. Where this goes to the first floor, or wherever that's gonna be. Oh yeah, this is how it's done. That goes to the next floor. This goes to the next floor. And then this goes to the top floor. Of course, I'm gonna have to figure out the conveyor lift floor hole's location there, so that actually reaches. And then that'll connect up to all the manufacturers we have on the floors. And down here, we can do all of the shenanigans of actually loading all these belts and items. Then once we're done there, we mirror it on the other side and do it again. But wait, we don't just do it once. We have to do it another 3 times because we're gonna do this pattern from the top going down. And that's just gonna be a blast. But at least we're making progress and we have a final base design. And this is what I am talking about. It is beautiful, gorgeous. One of the coolest things I've built in the game. I just love this. And yeah, it's mirrored on both sides, and from the front, of course, it's gonna look incredible, because I figured out to do with the empty space over here, we're just gonna have kind of a smaller building. And I'll show the front in a second. First, I made a whoopsies. So we have 48 manufacturers there, so we're gonna have to do a tiny bit of overclocking. But I don't know how this really happened, but I got it in my head we needed way more, and so I did the same thing over there and wasted like 4 hours. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. I work on these videos usually over the span of a couple weeks, so it was probably in a week where I was not getting good sleep and I just zoned out listening to a podcast and wasted a bunch of time. It still, I guess, looks kind of cool though, eh? I like it. This is the new back design. I just continued the front and brought it down over here. Continued the really, really cool neon band going along the side too. But we still do need to do some design work back there. But then from the front, we are like 80% there. The feature piece absolutely is looking like a feature piece now. Look at that. It's gorgeous. You see the vision now? I see the vision now. We'll have to do some kind of window weird design kind of in this space down here, but I'm figuring out something. And then we'll have that just facing forward into the light. Cool band. Ah, dude, it's all there. And I didn't even mention the best part. All of the drone ports that were kind of behind this factory have been put on this new roof here. So now we have 5 that can bring all the items in and out of this factory. So we'll have 2 drone ports dealing with the pasta. We'll have another drone port bringing the batteries from way over there. And then 1 more drone port just going off delivering the magnetic field generators to our main base. And we'll have 1 extra drone port for shenanigans. But enough discussion. It is time to do things. Complicated things. Fun things. I've been looking forward to this actually all day. We need to belt all of this together. Now, the stuff upstairs, that's just relatively straightforward. This is where things get interesting. We have to have 1 type of item go into 4 vertical conveyor lifts. So let's actually do this properly here. So that'll be all 1 item, maybe like the versatile frames. Then we'll have the batteries go in the middle, and then on the other side will be the electromagnetic control rods. And okay, you know what? I should relax here. There is no way we can split 1 item vertically through this along with all the other stuff all on 1 floor. This is gonna be like a multi-floor splitter merger cacophony of belts. It's gonna be a little crazy. Let's figure out like 1 unit though. So obviously we'll have to have a splitter like so. And that could pretty easily just go into there. Or, you know, we can kind of do anything at this point. We don't really have to do this giant wave pattern or whatever. Yeah, we can get creative. Like this could just go to there. Why not? Well, then I guess it blocks off a bunch of other stuff. So maybe we don't do that. That could go to there. Then this could go up here. Yeah, could we put that there? Yes. So then you could go to that. Good, good. And then, this is actually not too bad. You could have that facing forward, have that facing forward, and that could connect to the side. Okay. Checks out. Checks out. Now I just had to combine these 2 together. This is where things always get complicated. Well, obviously 1 could just go from A to B. And we're gonna have a bunch of space to the left here. What if we turned this way and went like that? Oh, but that's not bad at all. So now this 1 belt goes into 1 splitter and splits into the 4 vertical belts. Okay, cool. Can we fit the same design right next door? In fact, this will be for the same item too. And oh my gosh, actually, yeah. 100%, there's plenty of room here. Okay, since there are 3 items that need to go into each of the manufacturers then, we're gonna need 3 floors. So if we squish things, I'm really hoping we have enough space. Or else we're gonna have to dig down into the lower floors and things are gonna get weird if that happens. Oh, we're good there. It's like a wall and a half of space we need. So the next floor would be here. And then up top is the last bit of space. So that's a block and a half. That's a block and a half. And that'll be a block and a half. It is the perfect amount of space down here to do this belt work. That is incredible. That is so lucky. I didn't even plan this part out. I always kind of like to leave the most complicated bit of belt work just to the wind, so it's a fun problem to solve. And you know, 9 times out of 10, just things work out very conveniently. So we just have to do the same kind of pattern we did down here for these belts. So TLDR, this will work for everything. Let's just boop it and see how it looks. Oh my gosh, I'm actually just upset. This is almost a better feature piece than what we did up there. It's just so cool, man. So this top floor, like I was saying, is gonna be 1 item. This could be another, and then the bottom floor is the last one. All goes through this just gorgeous gem of belts up into manufacturers. And then once they're transformed, they go down this massive conveyor lift where eventually they end up over here and go up to a drone port to our main base. So that is the last step. We have to deal with the imports here, and also while I'm at it, probably a good time to reroute the nuclear pasta stuff, because that's just been sitting around and I should probably give it an airport. And we have to send the batteries from over here. But like I was saying, everything's planned and we have plenty of drone ports to deliver from, so there's no way we're having a throughput issue. And after all is said and done, all we have to do is hook up the last couple items here. So, there go the versatile frames, the control rods, and finally, the batteries. And there's the movement, as everything will soon come to life. Because with this massive construction, we are gonna be making 50 magnetic field generators per minute. My God, what a journey it has been. Especially for those batteries. My gosh, the batteries suck. But after long last, it's done, and we have our second space elevator part complete. And with that, we're gonna call it here for now. And if you've been enjoying the journey and want to support me a little further, go check out my Patreon, where I have exclusive vlogs available and all my blueprints that I use in Satisfactory. And thank you if you decide to check it out and support me. But for now, have a fantastic rest of your day, and bye-bye.